What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm gonna shoot this video real quick. Already shot it once, but the video got corrupt, and hopefully this one will go up. I think this camera is going out. I'm gonna have to upgrade soon. Anyway, got a viewer request from one of my subscribers. Wanted to know how to adjust the timing on their Mustang. Pretty simple mod, pretty basic, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know how to do it. Adjusting your timing is one of the first things you should do if you're going after performance, because if you have someone that has a timing gun, it's free horsepower. All you really got to do is add high octane gas. You can get away with mid grade, but I recommend 91, 93 octane. Otherwise, you can get a timing gun for next to nothing. I think you can find them for 20 bucks. This one was like 80, but it's because it shows the RPMs, which I like the idea of that for diagnosing problems and seeing what idle's at and stuff. Anyway, so we'll jump right into it. So obviously, first thing you'll need is a timing light. Timing light works off the battery, negative to negative, positive to positive. The other way it works is it has a signal wire. Signal wire runs to the #1 spark plug wire, which is here. The easiest way to find #1 spark cylinder, if people don't know, is on the small block Ford. It is the first cylinder on the passenger side. That's #1 spark plug. So you just clip the signal wire on the spark plug wire on this first cylinder. How that works, that gives a signal to the light and shines the light, which you aim at the crank. Now, before you even start anything, the best bet would be to get under the car and look at the balancer. What you're looking for, try to get a good shot of this. It's hard to do with just doing this myself. Right there you can see the timing pointer. So you get under there, look at the balancer, you look at the timing marks on the balancer, get regular whiteout and mark 10 degrees and mark 15 degrees. Try to mark it really thin. You don't want some big fat nasty line on there, so clean it up if you need to. So mark 10 and 15 degrees on the balancer. That's the way it'll be easy to see. And this is the angle you'll use when you're using the timing light. You'll shine the timing light down there, and that's where you'll be looking. Another note is the way you want to look is where that timing pointer is, where it says time. Let's see if we'll zoom in a little better. Where it says time, that flat part right above where it says time, that's where the mark is. So the flat part and where the tip is, that's where you're looking. Alright, so once you have that done, you have the whiteout on there so you know where the marking's at. You get your timing light hooked up, start up the motor, get it up to operating temperature. Once it's up to operating temperature, you can loosen the distributor. That's how you adjust the timing, is you move the distributor. I don't have an AC condenser here, and there's this giant bracket that's normally in the way, but if I remember rightly, it's been about 2 years, but I could get a wrench on this bolt, no problem. This is the bolt you're going after. It is a 1/2 inch drive or 13 millimeters, doesn't matter. The size is 1/2 inch, but 13 millimeters works just fine. You're not going to strip that bolt. That is a pretty strong bolt. So you loosen that bolt just enough to turn the distributor. If you loosen it too loose, the distributor will move with the vibration of the motor, or you'll just plain turn the distributor too easily. So loosen it just enough to move the distributor. Now, about that time is when you pull out the spout connector. The spout connector is over here on the wiring harness. I don't remember, but I think they hang out a little farther. I think they hang out right about here or so on the intake manifold. On stock cars, I have adjusted my wiring harness, so I'm not sure. This is the spout connector that comes out. As you can see, it's really small. This is $6 from Ford, plus shipping if you buy it online, so don't lose this. This is very small, so what I always do is I put it here in this little shelf in the radiator. This is where I put tools and stuff when I'm working on the car. So I always put it here, but you might want to stick it in your pocket or something, because if you lose that, you can't really drive the car without it, and it's just a hassle just to get another one. So be careful with that. Pull the spout connector. That tells its computer, that stops the computer from controlling the timing. Operating temperature, have the distributor loose. And then what you do, all you do is you point the timing light down at that timing mark. It'll be flashing and showing you what the timing's at. You need to look at what it's at currently. If you've never adjusted the timing, you need to look and see what the timing's at. When I first adjusted the timing on my car, it was at like 0 degrees. Stock is 10 degrees base timing. For performance, anywhere between 14 and 16 degrees. I recommend starting at 14 and driving the car and listening for detonation. The way you find detonation is you get the car in a higher gear, say 4th gear at like 1,000 RPMs, and just pin the throttle and listen for detonation. Detonation is pinging. It sounds like a small hammer or something being tapped on the side of the motor, and you should feel a stutter if it's bad enough. So 14 degrees doesn't do it. Then you come back and you adjust it up. We're done setting the timing. You turn the distributor and watch the timing. If I remember rightly, it's clockwise advances the timing, counterclockwise retards the timing. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I set the timing because my timing's controlled by the computer by a dyno tune now, so I don't have to adjust the distributor anymore. But pretty sure that's how it is. So you adjust that. While watching the distributor, you have to stand really at this angle because you have to be able to see the harmonic balancer, the marks on the timing, as you're turning the distributor to get the timing where you want it. So once you get it where you're at, you stop, tighten that bolt on the distributor, 1/2-inch drive, tighten it down, cinch it down pretty good, and then don't consider yourself done. Check your timing again, because while you're tightening it down, or while you were moving and grabbing your wrench and everything, the distributor could have wiggled out of place and changed your timing. It could either be too advanced or too retarded where you want it to be. So check your timing again. Like I said, you mark the 10 and 15 degree mark. 15 degree mark, you put the timing, that timing pointer just below the 15 degree mark, that's 14 degrees timing. Just above it, 16 degrees timing. I've always run 16, that was the best for me. When I was at the track once, I advanced the timing all the way up to 19 degrees base timing and saw no gain. I actually lost 2 miles per hour, but I didn't get any detonation either. But that's probably because I have aluminum heads. But anyway, so run the motor, see what it likes. Once you have that bolt tightened down, you check the timing to make sure it didn't move while you're tightening the distributor. Put your spout connector back into the harness. Don't forget that, because the car will run like shit on 14 to 16 degrees timing, because that's all the timing you'll have. So put your spout connector back in and go drive the car and enjoy it. Talking about power gain, on the mostly stock motor, you're looking at 10 horsepower, 10 torque. I normally felt the most change in the lower RPMs. On a mildly modified car, you look at 15 horsepower, 15 torque. On a motor like mine, that's obviously very built, I mean, you're looking at 20, 25 horsepower easy. I mean, it's a big difference with timing. I'm speaking from 10 degrees base to 16 degrees base. You more than likely will have to run premium octane. You could drop it down to 14 degrees timing and run mid-grade if it works for you. You might find on steep hills or hot days that you get detonation, that you get pinging. So just be aware of that. That's if you want to be cheap. I mean, premium gas is what, like an extra 50 cents or $1 per tank for, 15 horsepower or whatever. I mean, I consider that pretty good gain. So that's pretty much it. That's the way you adjust your timing. You do the same for nitrous to drop the timing down and everything like that. So that's it. I mean, like I said, even if you have to buy a timing light, my timing light, if I remember right, it was like 80 bucks. But if you consider 80 bucks for 15 horsepower, I mean, that's a pretty good dollar to horsepower ratio. So I know this is a basic video. A lot of people already know how to do this, but I wanted to give tips out there for people that didn't, and mainly because I was asked to by one of my subscribers. So I hope this help people out. I'm trying to make informative videos while I get things in line. Big news is that there's a supercharger going on the car. I just bought the supercharger today, so that will be coming very soon. Lots of videos. I'm going to do a video of how to install the supercharger. I'm going to do videos of driving it, flybys, I mean, all kinds of stuff. So look for that. I know I said nitrous was coming soon. I've been saying that forever. And you know, I wasn't joking. There's, if you look at that black plate in between the intake, that's the nitrous plate. The nitrous solenoids are hidden down here in the fender. And the nitrous was all set up. All I needed was the lines that run, I was going to have the lines run up inside the fender, come out against the firewall and go back to the plate, and I was going to cover it with vacuum hose. Wire loom, not vacuum hose. I was going to cover it with wire loom so you couldn't tell I had nitrous. And all I had to do was order the lines, but the lines were 45 bucks, and I was trying to find cheaper lines. And then this deal on the supercharger came through. So I already bought an Anderson PMS tuner, so I can tune the car myself. All I need now, I have the supercharger, so now all I need now is injectors and all that stuff to put on the car. I mean, I don't see this taking longer than a month. I gotta wait next paycheck to order injectors and stuff. Mainly I'm just looking for a cheap deal on injectors and stuff, trying to do this stuff on the cheap. So I'll be selling this intake manifold. I love this intake manifold. It did so well. It picked up so much power over the Typhoon intake, so I'm kind of sad to see this intake manifold go. But that's going to recoup some costs. I got 24-pound injectors in this mass airflow sensor. I'm going to be selling all this nitrous shit that's laying around. And there's a nitrous bottle there. There's one over there. There's the old intake. But anyway, that's updates. Hope this video helped someone out, and look forward to the supercharger stuff coming soon, guys. Thanks, as always. Comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions or you want me to make a video for you, just ask. If I can do it, I will. Just like I did this video I was asked to do. So comment, rate, thumbs up this video because it helps out the channel, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.